I already did this video. I'm starting it over again. First thing I want to talk about is France in 2018 and, like other countries, obligations to get vaccines. Step two, drilling into Iceland. Sorry, not into Iceland, into the Antarctica, and then pulling out microorganisms or drilling into any part of the ice or anything that we're pulling out from the bottom will cause or create new organisms, new bacterias, new diseases. Should we, shouldn't we? I know that my personal choice for something should always be my personal choice, unless my apartment stinks and I'm stinking up the whole building or bringing rodents in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Step two to this video, okay, and the vaccines, it's just terrible. Obligating these kids vaccines. I mean, they gave me a vaccine. Am I happy? Am I happy? I want to know how many people before the 1800s were given vaccines and what they're like today. Forget about how long they live. We have better food. Now we can start questioning, well, you see what we did to the food. We gave it fertilizers, this and that. But did we actually need these fertilizers? There's a lot of natural, right? Biological. Second part of this video, the heavens in this picture are actually foundation of the heavens. So it's showing you the bottom and then the heavens, the waters above and the firmament, right? Firm, okay, IR equaling to a 63 creation. FIR is 6699. MAM, right? 414. Entity. The entity, okay, that hovers above the waters, inside the water, says terre, meaning earth, okay? It also says, okay, read it, terre, okay? Also says at the same time can be the eye or the retina. Shoal means a cover, right? Shoal means a cover, meaning the Antarctica, okay? To me, because they started with the Antarctica, the great deep sea, is a cover to something, just like the apple needs a cover. Do you see this? Looks like the building parts of this. Step number three. Step number four of this video is has to do with the apple from the last video. Did you see the video, the last video from today? We're going to bring it up right here. And the apple video is how I slice the apple. Now, if I go down to the bottom of the apple, the center of the apple will all be the center of the apple. Do you follow what I'm saying? Here's one side of the apple. Here's the other side of the apple. Here's how I numerically calculate the top of the apple. If I would go down the side, it doesn't matter, all around the apple, I would have the same thing. And then I would have, boom, the center core of the apple will always be 5 at the top, 5 at the bottom, 5 in the center. But it'll be 5, 1, 5, because it is the one brick that is the center of all the bricks. But the core is the core. There's the incoming of the core and the tail of the core. How do we numerically calculate that? Here's another scale that I have. When we multiply, okay, remember multiplication and addition. The only thing we leave out here, we're leaving out 1, 3, 7, and 9. Here we are leaving out 2, 4, 6, and 8. Leaving out 2, 4, 6, and 8 creates the diamond inside the X because of how you have to create it. When you do that, when you put the diamond back into it, when you put the 2, 4, 6, 8 back into it, what actually happens, okay, while we put that back in? Do you see this part over here? We had put that in through the multiplication. I'm only going to show you one line because the minute we put that diamond in, it automatically creates a 24. 3 for creation and 6, the reverse alphabet. If I did the same thing over here, create the multiplication, put my diamond inside, I will create an X over here, an X over here, an X over here. Over here, what is created, crossed over through the lines, it becomes the E world link. The E world link. When we multiply, we end up with 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 1 and 2, 3, 2 and 1, 3, 6, 1 and 5, 6, 2 and 4, 6, 9, 1 and 8, 9, 2 and 7, 9. Okay, This is the totality of your reverse alphabet, comes from the 9th area. If we add it, okay, the addition, we would end up with moving the row of 4, 5, 6 to the top, and we would move 1, 2, 3 to the bottom. If we go to the fact that all zeros equal 6, we will end up with 723. And there's an equation for each one of these. We multiply, we add these two, and then we multiply the third one. Why? Because 4 and 5 becomes 9, 7 and 8 become 15, becomes 6, 10 and 11 become 21, 2 and 1 becomes 3. This one over here will be the same here. This one will revert up here. This one will revert down here. That is where the split is, right over here. Split becomes over here. 6 to 8 is 7. 5 to 9 is 7. The sun chasing the moon. The hare and the tortoise. The word tortoise, inside the word tortoise, is the word 3. Inside, the shawl means to cover up, talking about Arctic. In the telephone, 10, 11, 12, the star key, the 0, and the pound key showing 9. The star key, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're connecting over here showing E and E. See the E world, or if you want to look at it as 3, but they're showing 2, 4, and 6 as the value of the star with 2 empty spaces and 1 in the center. This will show you a total of 7. 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, 5 and 6 points. The other one is the center dot, 7 points to the star key. This is what your phone shows you. Remember what happened to the apple over here. 3 areas. Excuse me, this is the wrong line on this area. I shouldn't have done it that way. Sorry about that. One, 4, 7 equals 12 equals 3. 3 and 2 equals 5. We now have 3 and 5. See the way it creates the L letter up over here, this area and this area? 3 numbers and 2 numbers, creating the L area. This will create 15, create 6. We have 3, 5, 6, 365 days, encompassing single digits over here. This is how the apple was cut up. I'm not going to go to the rows, the bottom part of the apple, the top part which was connected from the tree, the feeding zone. Here's different ways to create the star key. Here is one way, which is the 8. Here is the other way, 7, 7, and 7. 3 different ways to create 7. We already have, see this one over here is not the same as this one over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to create 7. There's probably another way. And one of the reasons for that is on this cube over here is clink, clink. Do you understand? 1 way, 2 ways. You use up 8 numbers, but you have to turn it to use up all 8 numbers. The minute you put a dot in the center, it brings these 2 numbers. We no longer need the center numbers. The 1 will now connect the 4 corners. And the 1 counts for what's on each side, like the waistband around the one body. We have 8 minutes done into here. The 10th letter, the 11th letter, and the 12th letter says jackal. So any movies or anything you see that has to do with jackal, they're either programming us, or it can be done either on purpose programmation or from the other world sending us signs. We're programmed, and then we're being programmed, and I don't know which words to choose. This world programs us, fashions certain things that are chosen to be made a certain thing, and obligations in which you can't get away from, right? If I put my hand up and say, hey teacher, I could put 2 hands up saying stop, right? I put 1 hand up, it's like 5. 1 hand went up, 5 fingers went up, whether they're open or closed. I cross my hands, I put 5 and 5. Can I cross my hands this way? Not unless I'm a genie. Is there anything else in this video? Most probably I might want to add in, if anybody makes it. I was going to do the Georgia Grindstones, and because it's not George, it's Georgia, right away it's female. The Georgia Guide Tones, again, male and female. Instead of using QU, you now use GU, okay? And also inside of this GU, The word gift, if you would say the word gift, right? Or the word gift, it almost looked like juif, like in Jewish. But anyways, at the same time, you see the N is N-E-S. You can also say Nestle's. You can also say the nest, the guide stones, the tone, one tone. T can also be numeric numbers using 1, 2, 3, unless the T was sideways. Which way does the T actually go? There is land, way, and mark. I need to go to, I have to look at a map, and I will do this in a video, and maybe I won't because there's so much information. I do not know how to put all the information together. So in the den, we make the mark. So the mark comes from the dog because the dog marks the spot. We get Ron or north, the north way, which is now a throughway. So where is the north way on this planet? North America, because that's where I'm from. And we have Niceland or Iceland, the birthland. Iceland, electric company. We have DNA. We have earth creation after the coming of the Christ. And we have the ark. We have love in the ark on the way from our DNA. These 3 names. Were they chosen on purpose? What were the names before they were changed? We have the binary, where we come to 4, 3, 7, 1, 8, and we have to continue on to where both 8s meet. Funny, when I was in bed yesterday at the hospital, I had numbers 68 and 98. So now that we're 11 minutes in and most people will not be watching, I hope I get to do this. When you see these 2 numbers that are reversible to 68, 6 and 8 will show the 7th way gateway. 98 shows the birth inside the heavens of the gateway. 9 plus 8 is 17. Okay, 1 low, 7 high. The cube, right? The single cube, the reverse side of the single cube. 8 times 9, 72, which is 1 part formation of, for me, of the sky time. 72 degrees, 144 equals to a day. 72 degrees, 216, 72 degrees, 1440. 1440, okay, again, the day. 1440, made a mistake. 72, 144, 1440. 216, now we connect to the moon. So it takes 3 parts. It takes our full day, or 1440 minutes. You have to listen to this again. I have to say it again. 720 is the half a day. Another 720 is another half a day. But it takes 5 times 720 to make 360. So that actually makes 1 day, 2 days, and 1/4 to create the day. A day equals to 2 1/4. 9 times 25 is 2 1/4. 15 times 15. Now we have a link to Mars. 47, which will create inside electric company. Okay, 74 is Jesus. Get that head together. Wow, don't remember what the number was. I just know spirit is connected to space and time, 47 and 44. But I have lost my way in this. Yes, the 72, 216 or 2160 is the diameter of the moon. It's also a link to the 9-day period of 24 hours, okay, in which is also linked to the Mayan time schedule of 20 months and 18 days is each month, or 20 days to 18 months, which creates the 360. At the same time, 288, before you get to the 360, 288 times 1.25, memory, 512 memory, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equaling to the 5, okay? 1.25 times 288 equals to that 360 degrees. Also noting that in 36 numbers, after you hit the first 18, the 19th number, 19 times 19, 361, you have 1 degree that surpasses the 360 mark. So now we have the hyenas. So we have the hyenas that come out. So now we're going to go back to the binary. Sorry, the Fibonacci, or was it, this is the binary over here. And we get to 8. And then once we get to 512 memory, in binary, we come back to 8. In between is moon, bad cat, sky link, red, and blue creating purple. Now we have to understand singing of the blues. What does it mean when we're singing of the blues? You can see I have vampire, blood, I have umpire, judgment, I have umpire, and I have empire. Like Empire State Building, we have to bring that into understanding. We have the cross that shows going the shadow of the cross. Do you know the shadow of the cross? But we don't have this over here. Doesn't show down here. Is it because I didn't go far enough? No. The sun, when you see this design over here, the sun has to be over there in order to have this shine. How come we don't have this mark? We have Roman numerals, okay, over here. V22, 444, 4 and 9, 4 and 9, 4 and 9. All relationships, 7 times 7, 49. This is the Christ, this is the gateway. 94 is the reverse. Half of 94 is 47, which equals to time. 74 equals to Jesus. 77 equals to the Christ. We have 40, which is 1, 3, 7, and 9, 2, 4, 6, and 8, 20, 20 linking together. The heavens of I win a big red sun. AC, this will eventually link to moon and earth. 57, 75, 77 times 75. Why? Because the multiple 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4 DC. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 will equal to 12, equal to the letter L. And 7 equals to the letter G, okay, in the word Mary Magdalene. So we already know that Mars, gel, leg, Mary Magdalene, the gel in the leg, I can't take it any further, I don't know, will equal to 19. A and I, artificial intelligence. A and I, 1 times 9 is 9 and 10. All zeros equal 6. That would be 9 and 7, the gateway to the birth. Here's your 49 and your 40 and your 31. 71 and 9 is 80, 120. Add up 1 through 15, numeric value for Mars equals to 120. That is the 7th gate, 717. Why? Because when you play pool, that's what you have. You have 7 balls, 1 ball, and 7 balls equaling to the total of 15 balls plus the sweet 16 that gets to knock every other ball in. Remember, life was created. So every game that exists is because they chose the move instead of the roll of the dice, because in this world, it's the roll of the dice. When they made this world, it was a roll of the dice. We saw what happened when we rolled the dice, all the possibilities in the dice, and then we made life happen. These are all Roman numerals. I'm going to use this as the letter I, or the 9th letter. If I reverse the alphabet, this would now be 5. The 9 would now be 18. So it'll be 5 and 18, 23. 5 and 18 and 18, 36, and 5, 41. So I'm going to have to mark that down. If I reverse it, if I reverse the V, it becomes E5. So I have E, 5, 5, 5. And at the I would equal to 18, or bring it to a single digit. Okay. And we would end up with 23, we would end up with 41, we would end up with 59, we would end up with 13, we would end up with 31, we would end up with 49. I did this really quick. Here's my first 18. Heaven spirit, or heaven of Jack, meaning plug-in. Temperature, creating DNA, AD, equaling inside the sun, equaling to artificial intelligence. 54, sun, plus the E world, equaling to 59. 6, 7, and 8, 21. Blackjack, Jack was the plug-in. 5 and 9, the reverse of that is 1 and 5, the plug-in. Or to bring it to the single-digit world, which is 1 or 10, we'd need 5 and 1 back to Mars. We'd need 6 and 9 rotation. We need 8 and 7, the gateway to heaven. The reverse of this, minusing from the 18, 36, and 54, I have 49. I have AC, altered current in the first 2, and then through the sun, where you now have the gateway. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Please ask questions if I left out anything, if you've seen this video, if you want me to go over it again. I did leave out something, and it was right over here. LXX, LXX equals to 70, V and 1, 76, but I won't do these numbers right now. Here's your 76, here's your 55, 5 and 5 is 10, J and A, 13, 7 and 6, 13 equals to DM. And all these numbers have to do mostly, a lot of them with sciences, whether it's electricity. Don't forget, there's factual science. When you hook this wire to this wire, oh my God, a negative and a positive. You hook this wire into this wire, two positives. I don't care what the colors are right now, but everything bases the positives on red, the positive on red, and everybody bases the negative on black. Now they bring in green for ground, they bring in white for ground, and we have to, I'm not the cranking machine of the letters to tell you all this, I just crank it out. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.